Welcome to Dodger Stadium, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So almost ready to get underway. Our starting pitcher in this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Here's Mike Tauchman. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Pajes sizing this one up. Makes the grab, one down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
Out towards right center field. It gets down a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Waste no time there. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
One gone runner at first. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Andrew Benintendi. And that's off the inside edge. Ball one. Benintendi, the former first-round pick, Golden Spikes Award winner. Mydroth, the base runner at first with one out. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
Fouls one off. 2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Here's the 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike three.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas. Inside. Ball one.
One ball, no strike.
Two outs. And that one fouled off. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And a breaking ball misses outside. Off the mark there, and that's ball 3.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Slides, but it gets by him. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Kyle Teal steps to the plate for the White Sox. And a fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. That pitch gets the corner, and it's 0-2.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
2 on, 2 outs, and that's down and away.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
That's a ball.
That misses the zone, and it's 3-2. Lenny Sosa in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. To the right side. Rojas with the throw to first. That ends the frame. White Sox strand a couple. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Dodger Stadium. And on the mound now, Jonathan Cannon. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Ground ball right side and foul ball. That one almost got him. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fights that one away, still 1-2. This to center field. Taylor on his way over. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. And there's one down. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer. And when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 away.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Line drive, base hit. So the inning is still alive with Will Smith coming to the dish.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
The batter now will be Will Smith. In there, and it's 0-1. Hernandez off of first with 2 away.
Let's go, Will.
That's to third, but that rolls foul. Gonna count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1 left for L.A. We played an inning. No score. Back here at Chavez Ravine. 2nd inning set to go. And here is Sosa to the plate. Yamamoto back to work. That one's in there, and that's strike 1.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
That one misses. 1-1.
Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He sends it out of here, and they jump ahead in the 2nd. It's 1-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Ryan Noda steps to the plate for the White Sox. That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Next offering is fouled back. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the 2nd. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Michael A. Taylor digs in now. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. And that one missing low. Taylor, 33 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. 1 out, base is empty. Two balls, no strikes to count. There's a swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And downstairs. This one popped up right side. Hernandez pulls it down, and there's two gone.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 5,
Here's Josh Rojas. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
And a big swing and a miss.
1 and 2.
2 out, space is empty. A little bit low. Now 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
On the ground, Rojas. That's out number 3.
He's out.
But the White Sox get one on a homer. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back after this on the show. Back here in L.A., here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Just missed. Just off the outside edge. 2-1. And the sweeper misses.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that one fouled off. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And the right-hander deals. Goes down looking. Here's the left fielder, Andy Pajes. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Outside low, 1-0. That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
One down. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Swing and a ball ripped right field, and that one back, and that one is gone. And the Dodgers have the lead. It's 2-1. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Base is empty, one away. Kike Hernandez at the plate. That's off the mark, and that's ball one. That's down and in. Cannon, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Just misses, and it's a full count.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Three and two. The pitch is outside and ball four. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Swinging a foul straight back. That's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Hernandez leads off first with one away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he really filled up the strike zone in that at bat until that final pitch. And as a hitter, you sense that they're coming after you, not dancing around the strike zone. They want to attack, and so you kind of get into swing mode, and you have to protect the plate. That's when you become really susceptible to something that makes you chase, and that's exactly what happened right there.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Right through there for a strike. Two runs across in the inning, bottom half of inning number 2. And that's in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. That funky Muncy with the homer for L.A. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. New inning getting started. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Mike Tauchman. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Just outside. And the count is 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
So up next for Chicago, Chase Mydrock. Fastball for a strike. And that is out of play. In the dirt, and it's 1-2. Good eye right there. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Next pitch, not close, up high.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
1 down, base is empty. Bounce to the right side. Tosses to first. He made the pitcher earn that out after a long at bat. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through. Outside low, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
outside with a breaking ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Just missed.
3-1.
That's ball
That's out the
4.
corner.
Tried another
Take it back.
fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Vargas batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Fouled off down the right side. Two outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That's a ball.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Goes to second. Save. And he's into scoring position with 2 away on a wild pitch. Here's a 1-2.
2-2.
In the dirt. Man on second, 2 down. Just off the outside edge. Kyle Teal in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 3-2. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 2 and the White Sox 1. And we're back. And the batter will be the shortstop, Mookie Betts. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Swing and a foul out of play.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Next offering is in for a strike.
One and two.
Up the middle. Not in time. He's safe.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something. Close play, but that little extra time on the transfer made all the difference.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike two.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And that should be extra bases. Betts around second, headed for third. Headed for the plate. He'll score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
One out, runner at second. Tommy Edman at the plate. And he grounds one back up the middle, throws to first, and they get Edman for the out.
The left fielder, number 44, Andy.
And next for L.A., Andy Pajes. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. A right-hander appears to be getting loose. Man at second. Not even close there. Now 2-0. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The 2-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 3 and the White Sox 1. Start of the 4th, and here's the catcher, Kyle Teal.
Kyle Teal.
First offering misses badly for ball one.
You know, these White Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Whips it across, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Now at second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
And next to hit for the Sox, Lenny Sosa. He's already homered here in this one.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4.
Whoa. 2-0.
Next offering is fouled back. Now one missed.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
1 down, base is empty. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And up next for Chicago, Ryan Noda struck out looking at his first at bat. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And he brings it in on the warning track.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Michael A. Taylor will hit next. He popped out his first time. And that one is lifted in the air. Hernandez ranging after it. He makes the grab, and that is that. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Dodgers 3 and the White Sox 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Max Muncy. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jonathan Cannon out of the game, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. White Sox going with a new arm, number 64. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. Here's Kike Hernandez. Walked his first time. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss at a slider.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's off the mark, and the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Outside corner, got him looking. 2 down, base is empty. Now it's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. Struck out swinging his first time. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Noda makes the grab, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they still lead it 3-1. We go to the top of the 5th, leading off Josh Rojas. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Yamamoto back to work. Starting to go after it. Now a look down to third. Did not go. And a foul ball. Swings and chases a low one there.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play, can throw from so many different angles, and makes really tough plays look very easy.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Pajes right there to make the grab. And there's one down. Mike Tauchman steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 2 in this one. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
Slice the other way and foul. Next pitch misses. 2 balls and a strike. In the air, center field. Edman sizes this one up. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. So up next for Chicago, Chase Maedroff, 1 for 2. Maedroff, in his rookie season, 23 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2022. That's ripped. Base hit. Benintendi to the plate. He is struck out, and he is walked. Ball 1, no strikes. Maedroff off of first with 2 away. And that is downstairs. Ball 2. Two outs. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. And strike 2. The White Sox trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. Throw over to first, but it's wide of the bag and gets away. And he airmails it out of play. Look out.
Boog, you got to move your feet, as footwork is so important on those pickoff throws over to first, and can be a little easy to get twisted up and throw across your body. And he didn't have much of a lead over there at all, so I doubt he was trying to do anything more than just keep him honest, which makes that error hurt even more.
Good job to fight that one off. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Hae-Sung Kim. That one finds the corner. 0-1. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Betts. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And that one upstairs, ball one. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. Turns and fires to Betts.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a swing and a ball hammered left field, and that one hops the wall. Betts into second.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Runner at second here, one gone. And there's a foul ball. Ground ball right side, and he can't come up with it. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out. The flip to the pitcher covering, and Hernandez is out. Will Smith to the plate.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these spots.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1.
I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that run.
High in the air, out to right. Tauchman makes the catch. That is the inning. So the Dodgers leave one as the lead remains 3-1. We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Shohei Ohtani. He's making his fourth appearance of the season. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Miguel Vargas.
Come on, Showtime.
Right through there for a strike. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Kirby Yates preparing to come on if needed. Trevino also getting ready. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and one away.
First punch out of the game for Ohtani, and we all know Shohei brings a lot of talent to the field on both sides of the ball, but that splitter is perhaps his biggest weapon on the mound. It's nasty when it's right. He gets a lot of swings and misses with that pitch.
That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
And next to hit for the Sox, Lenyn Sosa. He's already homered in this game. First pitch just misses.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
Runner on the go. Ball outside. The throw. Tag. And he's out.
Now, I got to admit, I'm kind of shocked he got caught stealing right there because of how big the lead was over at first base. Catcher doesn't throw very well either, but for whatever reasons, things came together, and they got the out at second. Really impressive job, I'd say.
2 down, nobody on. And a liner out into right center for a base hit.
The batter, the first baseman, Ryan Noda.
So 2 down, and here's the first baseman, Ryan Noda. And that's in there for strike 1. Two outs. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-1. Way out front for strike 2. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. On the ground to third. On to first, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 base hits. No errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the White Sox 1. Well, we go bottom 6, and here comes Tommy Edman.
Leading up for the Dodgers, the 7th fielder, Tommy Edman.
And that drops in for a strike. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Dan Altavilla up and throwing. Wilson also throwing. Inside, just missed. He swings and fouls one off. And down on strikes he goes, and 1 gone.
Tunneled that pitch. Thought it was going to be a slider breaking in off the plate, but it hugged the corner. And at that point, when he recognized it, it was just too late.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That to right. Tauchman under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
The third baseman, number 13.
Here comes Max Muncy, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. He's got it, and that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the White Sox 1. So they turn things over to the righty, Kirby Yates.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Michael A. Taylor steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Number 24, Michael A. Taylor.
Fouled off. He was late.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That one not close. Now 1-2.
Whoa. 2-2.
Just off the outside part of the plate. The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Rojas stands in here, leaves that one off the inside.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 2-0.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Tying run at the plate. There's the strike, and it's 2-1. Throw to first. Taylor dives back in safely. And that misses. And now 3-1.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
The tying run at the plate. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And the tying run is on base.
Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
First and second, no outs. Tachman getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. That is upstairs for ball 1. With the go-ahead run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Outside low, and a count 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. Fires to second for one. To first, double play. And it goes 1-6-3.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Kirby Yates gives way, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. New pitcher for the Dodgers, Lou Trevino.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Chase Mydroff now at the plate. Just missed.
1-0.
2 outs. That one inside. 2-1.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Check swing, no appeal. 3 balls and a strike. Taylor on third with 2 out. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
No strike.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Pitch misses. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Just off the outside corner. 3-2 down. 2 aboard, 2 outs. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. White Sox strand a couple, and it remains a 3-1 ball game. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, Enrique Hernandez. And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Out to short, Mydroff. Whips it to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, the second baseman, Miguel Rojas.
Here's the second baseman, Miguel Rojas. And a foul ball. Ground ball to the right side. Takes it himself. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, number 6.
2 outs, base is empty. Hesung Kim, the next to hit. He's been a great free agent sign. Trying to bunt his way on. Not in time. That's a bunt single. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
So a man at first. Now, Mookie Betts. And first offering is fouled off. Pickoff throw. Kim back on a dive. That one inside. Look out. Up the middle. Sosa. And he beats it. He's safe. First and second. 2 outs. Teoscar Hernandez will hit next. 1 for 3. Pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
1 strike. One ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Not close with that one. The count now 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So they strand a pair. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 3 and the White Sox 1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Alex Vesia.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas.
And that one fouled off. Vesia, in his 5th season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Sets him down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Teal stands in now and watches strike 1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Next offering is downstairs. One down, base is empty. High fly ball, right field. Hernandez settles underneath it, and it's caught for the out.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
So digging in, Lenny Sosa. First pitch misses. And that one ripped to left, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. Pulls in with a double, third hit for him today. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Ryan Noda getting ready to hit. That's in for a strike. With the tying run at the plate, and we're at the top of the 8th. Fought off foul. Tying run at the plate. And ball 1.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Dan Altavilla.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Will Smith. That's a strike, and it's 0-1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Off the plate, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
In the air, left side. Benintendi sizing this one up. Makes the grab, one away.
The center fielder, number 25.
So up next, Tommy Edman. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Tyler Alexander getting loose out there. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one finds the zone, and the count even 1-1. And strike 2. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Benintendi is there. Makes the catch for the out. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 44, Andy.
2 down, bases empty. Andy Pajes digs in now. Ball 1 and a pitch inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next offering upstairs. And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
That one fouled off. 2-2. High fly ball out to center field. Taylor makes the catch, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So they make short work of him there. 9th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 3 and the White Sox 1. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Tanner Scott.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And the batter now, Michael A. Taylor. That one at the knees for a strike. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. Tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, he's going to be tough to get to today.
Rojas, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Scott, he's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. And that one is inside ball 1.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within 1 at bat. They're never able to get comfortable. When you only see him once, a lot of times he has success.
Got to be clever, too, when you don't have that lights-out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do. Instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is, stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
The White Sox down by a pair here at the top of the 9th. Struck him out swinging. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Talkman, the next to hit, takes outside. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. Two down, nobody on. That one fouled off. Next pitch in for a strike. 2-2 now. 1 strike away. Line drive. Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. And he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there, down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Chase Maidra. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, no strike.
Tying run at the plate. Swinging a foul straight back. And the White Sox down to their final strike. Lifted to left, and that should do it. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Start of a new month is a great chance to hit the reset button. Whether you're coming in hot or cold, getting that win today is a great feeling to continue through the rest of the month.